Hey guys, Merc here. Welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. Sorry the video's a little late, but power's been out in Brisbane, all sorts of fun situations, what with the floods here again. Anyway though, back up and running. Going to talk to you today about the changes to rogues in 5.2, specifically in terms of the rogue spec. And what I'm going to be using as my general everything killing spec for next patch. Thankfully it hasn't changed too much, the playstyle isn't changing too dramatically. I'm going to be sticking with subterfuge. It's just much more useful than either of the other two abilities, and especially with the extra energy that rogues are getting with the 4-set or 2-set bonus on the PvP gear. Should be pretty intense, kind of like, I mean, even more of a opener, like a great burst opener with the extra energy. Might even be able to get a 2 ambush combo off with your garrote and cheap shot if you play your cards right. Second tier, the level 30 talents. I'm going to stick with combat readiness unless I'm planning on deliberately dueling a mage, just because combat readiness is our one big ol' defensive against the melee class. Pretty much everything apart from mages and shadow priests it defends against. Even useful against warlocks. The pets stack it up quite well. And that stops the spell damage in turn, because once the pets have stacked it up, it's just an overall damage reduction. Third tier, the level 45 talents, I'm taking Cheat Death over Leeching Poison and Elusiveness. Leeching Poison, while it's a good talent, I'd much rather have Paralytic Poison. I'll talk about that in a minute. And Cheat Death, just rogues are still a bit squishy. Even with all my resilient stacking, I still have a tendency to explode at the slightest look of burst damage from any other class. I'm like a poorly kept nuclear warhead. I could just go off at any second. It's quite terrible. So yeah, keeping Cheat Death there. The new addition to Cloak and Dagger in the level 60 talents. While it's a good talent, while it looks good on paper, and I haven't actually tested it out yet. I don't know if you can use it while rooted, or whether it breaks roots or snares or anything. If it does, then I might take it. If not, I'll probably stick with the good old Shadow Step, just being the classic. It's just all the mobility we really need. Burst of Speed got a little buff. The energy cost of Burst of Speed is slightly less, and while that does remove snares, you're just going to be playing catch up even if you do take it. Shadow Step's that one ability you need when you need to get to your target as quickly as possible, whether it be for a kick or a kidney shot or just a full out switch and burst. So yeah, keeping Shadow Step. Paralytic Poison. The reason I'm taking Paralytic Poison on the level 75 talents is because combined with Shuriken Toss and the level 90 talents, which I'll talk about in a second, it's a really potent hit and run style poison. For instance, you can stack up Paralytic Poison with Shuriken Toss, because Shuriken Toss applies poison, and get it to 4 stacks, and then come in and start hitting your targets for that 5th stack, which starts the 4-second stun, which doesn't DR with your other stuns, it only DRs on itself, and then just combo that into a kidney, and voila, you've got a ton of damage output over, like, 10 seconds. That has to be trinketed pretty much if whatever you're fighting wants to survive. And I'm taking that over Prey on the Weak and Dirty Tricks, taking it over Dirty Tricks because I'm taking the blind glyph rather than letting Rupture and Garrote seep through the blind. I prefer to have the option to get a clean sap after the blind, so yeah, going with Paralytic Poison on the level 75. Level 90, taking Shuriken Toss over Marked for Death and Anticipation. Marked for Death I may use in BGs and some arena situations, but for general use, Shuriken Toss seems the way to go. It's a real big caster killer, especially with the recent buff to it. The fact that auto attacks will now hit your target from range after using Shuriken Toss, it just makes it a really deadly ability against casters. And I'm not sure whether your auto attacks will continue to apply poison, but if they do, even better. If you are fighting a caster as well, and you are taking a Shuriken Toss, I'd probably suggest also combining it with Deadly Throw, speccing out of combat readiness and into Deadly Throw, so you can both damage and silence from range and just ruin whichever caster you're fighting's day completely. Just make them cry, because it's fun to make mages cry. Sorry mages, but I hate you. And that's about it. Keeping the glyphs relatively the same, and just looking forward to trying it out next patch. So hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit it with the like, and I will see you tomorrow. This is Merc out. Cheers.